everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be going over what I packed in my backpack when I worked as a wilderness therapy guide out in Utah. So I'm currently back in Maine, as a lot of you may know, and I worked as a wilderness therapy guide last year. And was it last year? 2 years ago? Something like that. Within the last couple years, I spent a year working outside as a wilderness therapy guide with the company Aspiro. It's a beautiful company. I definitely recommend going and checking it out if you're looking for a job. This job taught me so much about myself and other people, and I would never take that back. So a little background on this footage. I found this footage that my sister and I had recorded when she had visited me back in Utah when I was living in my first house out there. And that was after I had moved out of my van, and it was around winter time, and I just wanted to be inside. I wanted to be able to take a shower and stay warm whenever I wanted to during the winter, especially with that job. So I found this footage, and I'm in quarantine right now. So I thought it was the best opportunity to edit some of these videos and put them out there on YouTube. I hope you enjoy this video that I have put together for you. And if you'd like to, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping to put out some more videos throughout this year. It's been something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I haven't done it yet, but hopefully this time I'm going to be a little more consistent about it. With that said, let's get on to it. So I wanted to start out with backpacks. So I always brought a big backpack and a smaller backpack with me. That's just how we were supposed to do it as guides. There's my big backpack, my Arc'teryx 80-liter pack that I used for the winter, and then I had my smaller backpack that was my run pack or day pack. At this point, we're moving on to sleep system. I spent a lot more money on my sleep system because I wanted to make sure when I was sleeping that I was warm and comfortable. I always brought 2 sleeping pads, one that blew up, my Thermarest, and then foam sleeping pad. And then I also had a bivy, which is a Gore-Tex tent-like system to keep me warm and dry, and 2 sleeping bags, my 20 degree and my 0 degree. All of these things would go inside my bivy, and that's how I would sleep and stay warm in the winter. Onto clothing. Our work schedule as guides was 8 days on and 6 days off, so I'm packing accordingly. Having your 3 layers is so important when living outdoors. I can do another video explaining layering and thermoregulation if you're interested. I had my base layers, mid layers, and outer shells. Some weeks I would bring more, some less, depending on where I was in the state and what activity I was leading that week. For example, some activities were rock climbing, mountain biking, hiking, or backpacking. So my clothing and layers could vary a lot throughout the weeks. I also wanted to mention that Utah is a very biodiverse state. Some weeks my group would be down in St. George mountain biking in warm weather, and others I would be sleeping in the mountains in the snow in quite cold temperatures. We would find out where we were going the night before our shift started, so most of my nitty-gritty packing happened the night before or even the morning of, let's be honest here. If I had an itinerary like backpacking, I would shave as much weight out of my pack as I could. If we were basically near the van all week, I would bring some comforts like my Crazy Creek camping chair and heavier layers. By the way, those are all my socks. I tend to be a pretty cold sleeper, and I don't have the best circulation to my toes, so I made sure to bring a ton of socks. Alright, now we're moving on to some other random things that I always brought on trail. I always made sure to bring my clipboard. We have a lot of paperwork as guides, and that's where I would keep all my paperwork safe and dry. I also always took a lot of books. We're supposed to have our guide manual, and then I also brought a few of my own books and then a book of questions. It's really great to have random questions to ask when you're sitting in a group, or if you just don't really know what else to do, you just ask a bunch of questions. I also brought my tarot cards with me every week. My students loved it when I gave them readings with my tarot cards. I also always brought my radio for communication, my wilderness first responder cards, my headlamp, and my watch. All very, very important items to have. Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to toiletries. These don't really change throughout the seasons. This is just the essentials. I always make sure to have hand sanitizer and soap, lotion, 2 chapsticks. Make sure to have deodorant, essential oils, sunscreen, eye drops, face wash, tooth care, more lotion, comb, face wipes, baby wipes, hair clip and tie, Palo Santo wood, and a lighter, cough drops. Gotta have snacks, gotta have Reese's, more Reese's. You can't have too many Reese's. Alright, so I always also made sure to bring a pee rag. I can make a whole other video on pee rags if you'd like, but that's what I used when I went number 1 in the wilderness. And then also here you see me putting down my gloves. I have 2 sets of gloves and then a face warmer as well for the winter. Okay, so we made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. There's probably some things that I didn't mention in the video, but that's pretty much everything that I packed in my backpack. And like I said earlier, it would change throughout the weeks depending on my itinerary. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope you stay tuned for my latest videos. I'm going to be doing hopefully a lot more video recording and editing now that I'm in quarantine, which is actually really great. I know that a lot of people are kind of stressing out, and I definitely have those moments where I'm stressing out as well over this virus, and my prayers go out to everybody in this moment, in this world. I do believe that a lot of positive things can come out of this from people staying home, and we all in a way kind of co-created this. I just keep thinking about how many people in this world have said to the universe, you know, like, I wish I had a week to just stay home and not have to be so busy and not have this to-do list. I've definitely had those moments where I pray to the universe, you know, in that way. And you know, law of attraction, what you put out comes back, and here's our chance to really stay at home and get some things done and clean and, you know, record our videos and learn a language and learn something new. Take advantage of this time and try not to take it so hard. And it's okay. It's okay if you're stressed. It's definitely okay to be scared. That's for sure. I'm here with you, and I really appreciate you, and I love you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a beautiful morning, a beautiful afternoon, a beautiful night, whenever you're watching this video. Alright, I'll see you later, love. So, this is my job. I'm standing in a river. I have to find the safest route. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm really happy to be out here. It's kind of creepy because the water is literally mud. I can't see anything, but I got my handy stick. I just have to find the safest route for my students to go through. Alright, I'll see you later.